Chances are, if you clicked on this video, you don't feel attractive. Well, there's a few reasons for that. You are caught up in your insecurities. You have self-destructive habits, or you are just lazy. Look, I've been there. I've been stuck in all of these. So let's go over everything you need to do to fix that in 2024. Now, the first thing is being stuck in your own head. The feeling of having a bunch of insecurities weigh you down is a terrible feeling. I truly struggled with this one. And there's really no easy way to say this. You have to rip off that band-aid. And I know it's a little bit weird, but you almost have to go through a hard reset just to make sure that you're reminding yourself that you are not as bad as you think you are. I have been there thinking that there is no chance that I could be anything more, that I can't be like these other guys. You have to reset your brain to stop thinking like this. What are the best ways to do that? Well, for one, stop comparing yourself to other people. Look, it's easy to get into the mix, especially when you're always scrolling through Instagram, looking at these people who look like they have more money than you, who are always having cool experiences, and in your own head, outright look way better than you. For one, you're falling for a lie. Everything on social media, well, most things on social media is pretty much set up to make you believe that they're living these crazy lifestyles. They're not. And at the end of the day, you shouldn't care about what other people are up to. And if you are, chances are you just have too much free time. So keep yourself busy, keep yourself on top of these things. One thing that I always talked about was experimenting, and I'm still heavy into that. However, one thing that I just started to realize is experimenting is important, but planning things out is much more important. This is coming from the person who has never planned anything in their life. But again, if I was stuck into bad habits, I would have never thought about this one. But let's talk about my new game plan. I always knew that I wanted to get leaner. So you have two options. You could think to yourself, I got this. Nothing really needs to change. I could clean up my diet here and there. I could do a little bit more exercise. I can go harder in the gym. I tried that. Nothing worked. But taking the time, sitting down and doing research, talking to people, or even just hiring a coach to really stay on top of your things, give you exactly what's going to work, and plan out things that are going to make sure that you are on top of these, is the easiest and fastest way to actually get to your goals. And therefore, I'm getting as lean as I've ever been with no sign of slowing down. I truly think that this year I'm going to have the best physique that I've ever had, and it all came down to planning and properly executing what I want to do. And look, being lean is cool, but you also have to figure out what works for you. I've seen people that do not like how they look when they're too lean. And I've been there. I hated how my arms look, and I hated how my wrist looks. I was always that kid that people will go up to and start talking about how small their wrists are, how they could fit their fingers around my wrist. That was so annoying, and I never wanted to get back to that. But now that I'm here, I definitely understand that having broad shoulders to fill out your shirts looks a lot nicer. For me, since I carry a lot of fat on my face, when I have chubby cheeks, I personally don't like how I look. But again, there's some people out there who prefer sitting at a heavier body weight, and it looks good on them, so it doesn't matter. Remember, everybody stores fat differently, and everybody has different preferences. If you don't like being under 160 pounds, then don't do that. If you like going to the gym and being stronger rather than lean, then whatever makes you confident and whatever you enjoy most is exactly what you should go for. But let's talk about something else. I honestly don't like my hair, but I know I'm going to change that because right now I'm setting up my plan for what I want to do with my hair. Now I understand that I want my hair to be medium length to long. So I'm going through Pinterest, through Instagram, to finding medium length hairstyles that look good.
And so let me practice what I preach. I'm finally going to go get a haircut, experiment with something new, and even experimenting with a new stylist. And it is scary. I get that. It could either be the worst decision of my life, it can make me look great, completely ruin me, or I guess it could just be all right. So low taper looks good, cleaned up my eyebrows. What's the next thing that's gonna make me more attractive? Shaving your face, which is perfect timing because my birthday is this weekend, going out to go celebrate. So in order to look my best, I'm gonna be shaving using today's video sponsor, Harry's. So next time you're at Walmart, Target, all these big retailers, you can find the latest Harry's products to make sure you're getting the best shave. So I just pulled up to Walmart to restock on some razors, pick up some new essentials, and it's all thanks to Harry's.
So once I got back from Walmart, I went straight to the bathroom and had one of the smoothest shaves that I've had. That's exactly what you get with Harry's products. Now, sometimes going to a store is just essential. Like I said, I have a lot of things to do this week, so getting my hands on these products was urgent. So whether you have something coming up or you want to look your absolute best right now, here you will find a variety of different products from Harry's. The one that I chose was Harry's Craft Handle. This one is actually Harry's most high quality handle. The blades glide softly over your skin, giving you the best shave possible. That being said, to make it even that much better, one thing that I've been using is Harry's exfoliator. Just to loosen up the hair follicles on my face, I use warm water and Harry's shave cream. These two products alone have made my shaving experience significantly better, especially for the best price. Going in store, you will find a variety of different products in everybody's price point. If you want the craft handle, which again is the most high quality handle they offer, they have that. But you will also find starter kits or more affordable options if you're just getting into shaving. Now, once I'm done, the little cherry on top that I use is Harry's Post Shave Balm. In my opinion, the most underrated product everybody forgets to use. This prevents irritation, razor bumps, making sure that I look my best even after my shave. Whatever major retailer is closer to you, you could find Harry's products. My best guess is in the personal care department to make sure that you're looking your absolute best this year. Just figure out what you want to change, how you're going to change it, how you can stay on top of it. And a huge part of this is understanding that you have to learn a lot about yourself, especially if you're on the younger side. Chances are you really don't know who you are. And I struggled with that a lot when I was younger. I feel like I've always had an identity crisis. And that's because I was always hanging out with other people and never took the time to sit by myself and understand what I like, what I enjoy, and what do I want to do. And since then, I've started to realize that there's a lot of people that do not know themselves. They don't know what they enjoy. They're just kind of coasting through life. And it's really hard to be happy when you don't know what's going to make you happy. And why am I talking about this in this video? Because personality is definitely one of those things that makes you more attractive. So understand yourself, develop your own personality about who you are as a person. And not only are you going to be more attractive, you're going to be more pleasant to talk to, and overall just more interesting. And look, it's pretty obvious that I don't really give a lot of dating advice in this channel. But if there's ever one thing that I'm going to tell you about dating, it's just be an interesting person. Have things to talk about and things to relate to about the person you're trying to talk to. And again, in order to do that, you have to develop characteristics that make you interesting. So forget about anything else. Just focus on learning about yourself. Now look, all these things are cool, but you are not going to get anywhere unless you cut off self-destructive habits. This is definitely a message to myself because this is something that I struggled with to this day. For one, allow yourself to have momentum. My biggest issue to this day is that I'll get the ball rolling and then I'll just get comfortable. I start to kick back and think, wow, things are good. I don't have to work as hard today. Next thing you know, for the next week, I didn't do anything. Now I'm back to square one. And then I start to develop the stress and anxiety that pushes me to get the ball rolling again. Then it's just a vicious cycle. Don't do this. Allow yourself to have momentum, stay on top of your tasks and priorities, and whatever goal you set out in 2024, whether the goal is to ultimately make you more attractive or just overall become the person you want to become, there's no better time to do that than today. So stay focused on what matters to you. At the end of the day, look back and think about the things that you did. Are these things helping you or are they distracting you? Also, we talked about how it is not okay to always be in your own head. I struggle with being too hard on myself. And sometimes that's a good thing. Sometimes it's going to put you under more stress and anxiety, which is not what you want. So be hard on yourself as a coach when needed. If you're doing something dumb, then take accountability and realize you shouldn't be doing these things. But to always think that you're not doing enough, even if you are, you're putting a huge burden on yourself. It's not healthy. At the end of the day, it's about finding new ways to improve pretty much any day if you can. Now look, at this point it kind of sounds corny, but think about the rule of the 1%. If you can just get 1% better every day, after a week, a month, or even a full year, you're going to look back and think, wow, I am in a way better position. And it's all the little things that accumulate over time. Another huge part about being attractive is how you are as an overall person. We already talked about personality, talked a little bit about looks, but let's talk about something else that is going to make people want to be around you, that is smelling good. Look, I've said it once and I'll say it again. I refuse to be the person that smells bad. Therefore, I take any precaution that I need, whether it's carrying Altoids in my car, always having an extra pair of deodorant, or having cologne or backup cologne. Look, I talk about this one a lot, so let's get there quick. Prevent bad smells with deodorant. And to truly smell your best, you need cologne. Now look, I know cologne seems way too expensive to get into. Trust me, I thought the same thing, but once I started to realize that everybody thinks like that, and especially if you're younger, if you have $100, I get it. You want to buy shoes, you want to buy clothes. You don't want to buy cologne. Again, everybody thinks like this. So if you do end up buying a cologne for $100, 120, you're going to smell better than everybody else who doesn't want to make that investment. If you like going to parties and going out with your friends, get something a little bit more musky so you could really stand out from most people. There's plenty of options out there. Just do your own research, find out what works best for you. Now, one thing to really make you stand out is dressing better. And if you want to know the 5 ways to instantly improve your style, I have a video that's going to show you exactly that.